Hey there, YouTube. It's Random Human here again. And today, I just want to talk a little bit about human history as I see more and more people advocating for this fluffy buddy bullshit. And so I'm going to explain something to you very plainly. There's an old line from a play. I can't remember the name of the play right now, but the line goes, "History is the autobiography of a madman." And that is true. Human history is one of continuous war, violence, conquest, suffering, strife, murder, violence, warfare, rape, blood. That's human history. Now, go study a history book for me, please. Go read a history book, an actual history book, not this crap they push in schools nowadays. Go read Will Durant's History of Civilization series. Go read the actual histories of Rome, of the Viking era, of Greece, of any ancient civilization, and tell me that it's not filled with violence. Human history is built upon a pile of corpses, billions of corpses. Okay? We waded through rivers of blood, oceans of blood, to get where we are now as a civilization. Is it right? I'm not in any position to speak, because without the things that we've had in the past, we wouldn't have what we have today. Now, do I agree with everything? No. And I'm not a professional historian either. I'm just somebody who absolutely loves history. And so when I see people out there protesting or saying that there's a way to stop warfare, I have a question. How do you stop human nature? I mean, really, how do you stop it? Because at the end of the day, human nature is what it is. We are a violent species. We love violence. To deny that is to deny the basics of our humanity in itself, in our essence, in who we are. Okay? And yes, there have been many, 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 many great injustices throughout history due to violence. I admit this. But there's also been great works done. Great truth. There have been great freedoms gotten through violence and through fighting. The Revolutionary War. I'm an American. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have our country now. There have been great wars against slavery, great wars against oppressive regimes, great wars against tyrannical dictators. Hi, Jeffro. Sorry, guys, my dog decided he wanted attention right now. Jeffro. Odin. Other dog wants attention. Sorry, guys. Dogs are being idiots. But, look, I love you guys, but come on. And, human history, again, I'm just gonna say it, is not a pleasant thing to read. It really isn't. If we ever actually made a definitive movie about the whole of history of human civilization, that thing would have to be rated NC-17X, something that couldn't be shown in theaters if it was really unbiased and unshowing of what, and didn't hold anything back about what human civilization was like. Can we ever move past the state of war? No. But I think that the way that we have things structured now is the best that it's going to get, at least until we find something better. We don't have any more major wars. We haven't had any major wars since World War II. I mean, there's been little regional conflicts, Vietnam, Korea, Desert Storm, at least for the American side. But there has not been a full-out war like World War II or World War I. It just hasn't happened. It's probably not gonna, and it's just not gonna happen again. At least not for a long time, I believe. Because the world powers learned a lot of lessons from World War II, and we tried to find other ways to solve our issues. Now, that's the reason why America and Russia didn't go to war during the Cold War era. Both sides had nukes. Both sides knew what the cost would have been if we would have actually fought. That's why we had proxy wars, which that's a whole other issue I don't want to get into right now. Now, you're never going to... I hate to say it, but the only way to stop bad people committing violence is for good people to commit violence. Those two are indistinguishable from each other. The only thing necessary for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing. So this call for world peace or continuous peace or fluffy bunny crap does not work. I'm sorry, but unless you're going to somehow go into our genes and change our basic human nature and everything that we have from thousands and millions and billions of years or whatever, from our direction of understanding of what the world is like and how we view things as a society and as a species, you're not going to change anything. There's always going to be evil. There's always going to be violence. The only thing we can do is try to minimize it and stand against it when we see it. And yes, standing against evil sometimes requires us to get down in the mud with them. That is a truth. You may not like it, but it's a truth. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I really wish we lived in a society where we didn't have to worry about that. Where I didn't have to worry about my daughters or my wife or anybody being hurt or any violence or anything back into them, but that's not reality. And I refuse to be an ostrich with my head in the sand, looking at the world through a perspective of, oh, yeah, if I just put love and light out there and pretend that everybody's like nice, then like nothing bad will like ever happen to me. No, that's not the way it works. Be prepared to face the world for what it is and be prepared to fight it. Like, example, these two, yeah. Look, I am not advocating for wanton violence and massacres and all that stuff. No, but I'm just advocating for the reality of the fact that these things happen. People get mugged, people get raped, people get killed, people get robbed. That's just human nature. Period. I mean, look at America. We are the richest country in the world, the most prosperous, the most free, all that stuff. And yet, we still have violence on our streets. We still got gangs. We still got warfare. We still got all kinds of bad things that happen here. Okay, America's a crazy country. It's mostly Florida's fault, but yes, America's a crazy country. I'm looking at you, Florida man. And if we can't diminish violence completely in our society, then what makes you think that the third world or developing countries are going to be able to do it too? There's always, as long as there's human beings, there will be violence. That's just the way it works. Sadly, it's the way things operate it's just the way things work. It's the way the universe works. Anytime human beings have ever created something, some new form of technology, we've always used it to create weapons to kill each other better first. Plain and simple. And to deny that and to deny who we are is, well, frankly, it's arrogant and it's irresponsible, because then you're going to raise up a generation of kids with their heads in the sand who think the world's all this fluffy bunny flower power crap, who are going to go out there thinking as long as they're nice to everybody and give out free hugs and fucking kisses to everybody, that they're going to somehow, not encounter anything bad? No. I teach my family, and I taught my daughter, especially my oldest daughter who's about to graduate high school, that the world is not nice. There's nice people in the world, but the world overall, no. The world is a scary place, it's a mean place, it's a rough place. Why? Because human beings live in it. And as long as human beings inhabit the same earth as each other, we're going to fight. We're going to kill each other. You could say it's wrong. You can say I'm crazy. But study human history. Please, go. Study it. Read up on it. Read up on the real history of the world. And tell me that it is not built on a tidal wave of blood. Tell me that it is not, that we do not venerate warriors and heroes and warfare in our societies. Tell me that we don't glorify, even to this day, we glorify blood. Don't believe me? Football, hockey, MMA, bare knuckle boxing, which is not legal in America. Do I need to keep going? It's the truth. It's who we are. We enjoy violence. We enjoy warfare. We venerate. History admires the wise, but it elevates the brave. Plain and simple. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on this because I'm seeing more